In France, you can buy a Renault Clio that will not go above 68 miles per hour. Would you do that? Why are we getting the option now of buying cars that have limited speeds, and in this case lower than the posted legal maximum speed limit? Renault have branded this the safety car package. It's intended to reassure parents that when their children drive these cars, they are forced to obey the national speed limits and drive safely and economically. One advantage has been hailed that insurance premiums are lower if you have a car with this device fitted. Now, the question is really, would you accept a car that has a speed limiter on it? And would you do so if your car insurance was much cheaper? If you've got other benefits, not just cheaper insurance, but you've got cheaper road tax, you've got priorities on certain roads or in certain road networks, or you could use toll roads free of charge, would that incentive add to your going out and buying a car with this speed limiter fitted? Now, thankfully, it's only this one model I'm aware of that has this option. It is an option. It is not compulsory and mandated, but it wouldn't surprise me if people want to start fitting this to other models and it becomes legislated, forcing drivers to have that. And if that limit was set lower than the maximum legal speed limit, would you accept that? Now, we've got to accept that most cars are speed limited. Most German cars, for example, cannot go above 150, 155 miles per hour. It is electronically limited. Although the engine and the car itself can theoretically exceed that, there is already a limit in there. But 150 miles an hour is substantially faster than most legal limits in most countries. I know if you live in Germany, you've got the Autobahn, which is technically unrestricted. You can go as fast as you want on that, providing it's safe to do so in the prevailing conditions. The European Transport Safety Council have released figures that show that cars with speed limiters cuts collisions by about 1/3 and fatalities by 20%. Surely cutting fatalities and reducing accidents is a good thing, but is a speed limiter a hard speed limiter? We're not talking about these little speed assistance warnings that flash up or subtly slow the car up. We're talking about hard set limits on the speed of your car. It brings into question the whole right to speed. Do we have a right to drive our car however we want? Or should we have some sort of limit in place to prevent us from breaking traffic laws? It's one of those great moral dilemmas, moral debates, and I'm sure I'm going to get a very mixed bag of comments on that subject. Please let me know what your thoughts are on this subject in the comments, whether you are pro speed limiters, whether you are pro digital in an automatic enforcement of traffic laws that make it impossible to break these laws, or whether drivers should have the right to decide depending on the prevailing conditions and what's happening on the road at the time. Do you think speed limits should be increased? We've had the 70-mile-an-hour limit on our motorways here in the UK for quite a long period of time. Cars are much safer, brakes are more effective, and cars are more comfortable to drive. If we say increase the speed limit to 80 miles an hour, would that change things much? If we had a variable speed limit, for example, if in dry conditions, the 3 days a year where we have dry conditions, we could drive at 90 miles an hour, but the rest of the time we're restricted to 80, and if road conditions are much worse, the speed limit drops down. Countries such as France have already got smart motorway systems that adjust the speed limit depending on traffic conditions and road conditions or environmental conditions. Do you think that's a good idea? Will that make the road safer? And the other question is, are fast drivers dangerous? Or are fast drivers more alert and more attentive? Can you be dangerous driving slowly? Let me know in the comments what you think about those questions and that great debate. Thanks for watching this video. Please boot the like button if you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. I'm sure we're going to get material for other videos based on the comments that you leave below. Thanks for that. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I've lined this video and this playlist up for you that you should find really interesting. Thanks for watching. See you in this next video.